Lhasa, literally meaning Holy Land, is the heart and soul of Tibet. It has history of more than 1,300 years. Lhasa has remained Tibet's capital since 1642, and most of the city's historical sites date from the second stage of the city's development since the 5th Dalai Lama.
Tibet Autonomous Region attracts people from all over the world. Lhasa is a center, also a start point for everybody. Personally, I choose the Potala Palace to prepare myself for my journey mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Erected in the 7th century, the Potala Palace was damaged by lightning and afterwards almost entirely destroyed in the time of Landama, who was a bitter opponent of Tibetan Buddhism. But in the 17th century, under the 5th Dalai Lama, the palace was restored to its original form. Pilgrims perform their duty in various ways. For example, they repeatedly bow their upper bodies until their heads touch the ground, or their bodies lie flat on the ground, prostrated. Another well-known ritual is to spin prayer wheels, which range from handheld units that are common souvenirs to huge ones that stand several meters high. Another practice is to contribute yak butter, which is used to light the oil lamps in temples and monasteries. Another donation pilgrims make is money. They simply put the coins or small notes everywhere, especially near the Buddha statues, and the money is not frequently collected.
Here used to be an official path for lamas getting to the Potala Palace, now open to the tours, but visitors have to make a reservation for purchasing tickets one day in advance. Like this one I got. That's the way.
With its majestic splendor, the Potala Palace would impress the inhabitants of any world capital. Thus, the humble Tibetan pilgrim, who has always lived in a yak hair tent, must view the Potala Palace with a great reverence. It is amazing to experience that this 13-story structure containing 999 rooms, which was built on a steep mountain in Lhasa. Unlike the majority of the famous architectural wonders of China, the Potala Palace is built on a vertical flat. The palace dominates the city. In fact, it dominates entire Tibet and captures one's attention immediately. Its walls are slanted like the sides of a condensed gray wall, seeming to reproduce the outline of mountain slopes.
After a lengthy walkway and numerous stairs, finally got to Potala Palace. Potala Palace measured from ground is 170 meters high, 350 from north to south, and 270 meters from east to west. Now is the start to discover what's inside.
There is indisputable evidence to prove that the ethnic roots of different cultures had become interwoven long ago. In the oldest part of the Potala Palace, the prayer cave vault, you can see the statues of the Tibetan king Songtsen Gampo and his wife, the Tang Dynasty princess Wencheng. During the Tang Dynasty, the Chinese capital Chang'an, today is Xi'an, was one of the center of the world civilization. The Zhoukang Temple boasts a history of more than 1,300 years. Legends have it that the construction of the temple took King Songzhan Gampo and Princess Wencheng 3 years to complete. Because the original site of the temple had been a lake, the princess had to have white goats to carry soil from elsewhere to fill the lake up. At first, the Zhoukang Temple was called Risa and later was called Zhoukang to mean Buddha's chapel in the Tibetan language. Risa in Tibetan means soil and goats to indicate that the temple was built with the soil carried to the site by white goats.
Every day there are many pilgrims who come to Zhoukang Temple prostrating, and the people from all over the place. And some people even stay whole day long. They bring their food, their tea, depends how much energy you have. Some of them even tie their leg together and make sure their body, their soul, and their heart all together praying to the Buddha. Long time ago, many monks come here to Zhoukang Temple to pray. This container for yak butter contains many yak butter. All the monks also use the yak monk make salt butter tea. And over there you can see two gold. Also, Zhoukang Temple is called the Golden Roof Temple.
The Zhoukang Temple, first built in the shape of a two-story boat, it is the most magnificent building remaining from the Tubal dynasty in Tibet. After being refitted and enlarged by the subsequent dynasties, it now covers an area of more than 2,500 square meters. Inside the temple, there are several chapels. The Zhoukang Temple is the main chapel that is in the shape of a courtyard. Behind hundreds of yak butter lamps, there is a main prayer hall which houses the statue of Avalokiteshvara with 11 faces and 1,000 arms and 1,000 eyes on hand palms. The chapel housing the statue of Songzhan Gampo, who is deemed as a religious king in Tibet, is found on the second floor of the temple. However, the third floor is a place for monks and lamas to retreat and is seldom open to visitors or pilgrims.
This is Pahor Street. Pahor Street is a circle around Zhoukang Temple. And a long time ago, it was initiated by prayers who walk around praying for the god. Now there's two functions. One is a market for tourists come over here shopping for souvenirs. Another one is still for the prayers to come over to pray.
Barho Street is an open market street circulating Zhoukang Temple. Usually, souvenirs are sold during the day, while at twilight, daily necessities seem to dominate the market. And believe it or not, you can easily access the internet in at least one of the cafes and find a French cuisine or Nepalese restaurant on the Barho streets. I was told that Barho was the original layout of Lhasa in just 20 years ago. Everything we see today is a result of very recent development of the city. Most of it is for tourists. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Good, good. I love tankas, all those tankas, right?
Right. This all of the tankas we call the mandala,
Uh-huh.
and we have 5 different tankas. And one is we call the mandala of the design. Mandala is all of the round one. We call the mandala, and this one is we call the bullet tankas.
What are tankas?
Right. It's all dependent in the cloth. And the mandala is normally in Tibetan we use form into the hole inside to put into the drawer, into the wall, and they have to put something like coming from the put into the to make it in flame, and then we cover it. And Tibetan New Year times we open it, yeah, and then all times they have an offering and prayer of these tankas.
There's just different ways to paint it. Others have different meanings.
And the lotus flower line, and also they have a water line. Some we have a mandala to write it down into the mantra. Tibetan mantra we call the Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Right, that means the health, the jewel in the lotus flower for the healthy. And all Tibetan people to turn around we use for that prayer words.
Tanka paintings are universal features of temples and monasteries in Tibet. There are over 200 in Jokhan Temple alone, covering an area of 300 square meters. The painters follow the strict rules. For instance, the Buddha must be solemn, and his body must be portrayed in certain specific proportions. Historical and folklore themes thrives in murals. Religion is very important to the Tibetans, with everything being centered around it. Along with the education, culture was based on religious beliefs. Probably Buddhism was the first introduced to Tibet in 173 CE during the reign of the 28th Yarlun king, Tortori. Barho Street, no doubt, is a present symbol of Tibetan culture and history. It could satisfy all kinds of tours and prayers with various types of merchandise. Prayers wheel, tanka, Buddha's manuscript, you name it.
Hello, sir. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good, you have so many beautiful things.
Yeah, thank
Oh
you.
wow, look at this.
It's nice. It's money, you know. It's a prayer wheel.
Prayers wheel.
Yes.
I heard a story about it. Can you tell me something about the story?
Yeah. In the early age, people who were very they don't know how to read and write. So one popular lama, he invented this prayer wheel. Inside it, you can see, you know, here the prayers. So, yeah, prayers. And when you make one round, is equal to one recitation.
You read one side of the.
Yes, and as many round you make, it makes as many prayers inside it. So
it's
also for good luck. So you make one round, it make one recitation. So it's for good luck. And also nowadays, also people who don't know how to read and write, not educated, it's easy for them to say Om Mani Padme Hum.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Yes, one word, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum.
I need to bring good luck.
Okay.
First of all, I need some good luck.
Yeah,
So all I need to do is turn around like this.
Okay, not with this right hand.
Oh, have to be
Yeah,
right
the
hand.
right hand. Okay.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
What do you like to eat? Actually, maybe you can suggest me what is good for Tibetan food.
first of all, let me know if you're vegetarian or no vegetarian.
Oh, I'm a vegetarian. He's not.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're vegetarian, you would better choose this Travel's natural mushroom.
Mushroom, my favorite.
Yeah.
Mushroom is good.
And makiami fried vegetable rolls and makiami mixed vegetable rolls. Sauce roll.
Okay. I think I'm gonna order the mushroom for me and the roast beef on stone for him.
Okay, all right.
Thanks a lot.
That's all right.
Thank you. But I'm gonna keep this.
Okay, so.
Actually, this restaurant has beautiful stories. It's about 300 years ago. There is a beautiful man. It's ordinary man. It's a mystery man come to this restaurant, and he sit there. Nobody pay attention. In the meantime, not finished yet. Listen to me. In the meantime, a beautiful lady walking this restaurant as well, and her experience. Come over. I'm not finished yet. In the meantime, he saw that lady. He's so touched, impressed by the beauty and purity of her face. And from that point on, he has a dream every day. He couldn't forget about this lady. So he kept coming back to this restaurant, hoping to meet that girl again. But she never showed up again. Let me see, at the end. This is a well-known poem for the Tibet, but at the end, in fact, that Mr. Man was the 6th Dalai Lama of Tibet, Tenzin Gyatso. The 6th Dalai Lama of the Tibet came over here. Sorry, man, I'm late. I know it's have to get up early. 5 o'clock, a little bit too early, but all right. I'll see. Take some sleep. We'll try to get there time. Oh.
Namto Lake is located in the northwestern side of Nanqing Dangula Peak. The highest point is 5,200 meters. Namto means heavenly lake in Tibetan. It is a famous holy place of Tibetan Buddhism. Driving from Lhasa will take about 5 hours, depends on the road condition. Visitors can spend a night at the site, living in one of the tourist tents. However, due to the lack of oxygen over the night, visitors should consider bringing extra oxygen tanks. About 100 kilometers north from the Lhasa is Nanqing Dangula Mountain. The mountain is more than 7,000 meters high and is covered with snow all year round.
The freeway from Lhasa to Namso Lake still under construction, so sometimes we'll take detour, sometimes go to bumpy road. Right now, something happened again. I had to go check it out, see what happened. I'm a little bit tired. Actually, we've been on the road about 4 hours. I haven't seen any sign of Namcho Lake yet, but I heard it's worth it. Namcho Lake is Holy Lake. Namcho Lake is God Lake. It's one of the best lake here. There's so many jewelers inside because there's mysterious stories about it. But all of this, I was told by the tour guide. I have no idea.
Yangbajing hot spring water. It's natural water. It's hot and warm, natural, and it's supposed to cure disease as well. Also comfortable right by the Stone Mountain. You can come join here. Hot spring at Yangbajing is one of the most valuable natural resources of Tibet, even though it's only been put to use for a couple of power plants. With the future development, it will service the local residents broadly. Paying homage to the Holy Mountain Festival, Chokor Dongchen in Tibetan, falling on 4th of the 6th Tibetan month, is to commemorate Shakyamuni's first sermon. People in their best conduct during the session go to monasteries to pay homage to the Buddha. Circumambulation around the mountains is a popular practice in the festival. Picnicking, singing, and dancing are also part of the activities.
Besides pray to the Buddha and visit temple, one of the important activities in Tibetan Buddhism is to worship the Holy Mountain and the lakes. Today is a very important day in the Tibetan calendars. So people will start early in the morning walking, circling the mountains. It takes at least 10 to 15 hours to do one trip. Thousands of people start early in the morning and circling this holy mountain.
In Lhasa, A little bar like this is quite unique and popular, and also has unique background. According to the owner here, this bar used to owned by the 11th Dalai Lama's family. Now the owner is an artist, also a painter, gets together with a friend, just a little bit painting job, and build up this bar. Now become a popular bar called the Low House. And everything actually keep the original, the roof, the rock, the wall, everything. And it's unique, and in Lhasa downtown is quite popular as well. I think I said it already. Cheers.
Tibet was a mystery land with its unique culture and history. Through this trip, I definitely understand a lot of them, but more question has been built up. It's need a long time to answer that. Maybe my whole lifetime. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
On the next episode, we will showcase the most popular tourist scenery in Tibet. Lhasa is our start point, then Gyanza, Shigatse, Samye Temple, and more.